Hey guys, so yeah, just pretty much today, I just gonna be teach you guys how to actually give shots to your puppies DIY style. And yeah, let me just tell you guys beforehand, before you're gonna give shots to your puppies, when you should and when you shouldn't, and because there's pros and cons with doing it yourself DIY at home or doing it with the vet. So let's just say DIY at first. Okay, so the pros with DIY is it's cheaper. With me personally, I pay like $12.99 shots at Tractor Supply, and that's it. I'm doing it myself, and $12.99 per pup. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, and then the cons of that, obviously, it's not gonna get recorded though. It will not get recorded, and therefore, if it's not recorded, you can't get a certificate of the puppy or dog to fly over states, overseas, whatever you want to do with your puppy, or to just sell to people in general, because sometimes people will want to know when they take the puppies to the vets right away, right when they get the puppies, they want to know what kind of shots they have to make sure everything's all good so they don't get parvo, lepto, whatever, blah, 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 and stuff like that. So those are pros and cons. And the pros and cons with the vet, okay? Sometimes you might have to go with the vet instead. Not saying that vets are, bad or nothing, but it's vets are good too. So the good thing with vets is that you obviously it's vice versa. Pros, you will have it recorded, right? It's better. It's easier to get your certificate to fly over states, and you just have it on record, because doing it yourself, you cannot have it on record. And then the cons with the vet, obviously, it's more expensive. So with me, it's usually around like 38, $40 per pup. Sometimes it even ranges from like $75. So if you think about it, with me paying the low, it's like $40 per pup for like a litter of 6 or 7. Let's say it was 7. That's like $280 that I'm spending, close to $300 that I'm spending per trip on a handful of litter that I am selling. So there's a reason why puppies are so expensive as well, because you can't sell them for cheap if you're gonna do it this way. It's being responsible breeder, make sure the puppies are safe. So when people get it, puppies don't die. So therefore, if you do it yourself, you can't ship the puppies over states, overseas, blah, 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 and pretty much all that stuff. So hopefully you guys understood with the pros and cons on doing the shots by yourself. So obviously with me, there's 2 puppies with Bama's kids that I'm keeping by myself. So obviously I'm going to take the DIY way, because I'm keeping them. I know they're good. All my dogs are vaccinated, so everything's all going to be good. And, I'm not selling them, so which is why I'm not going to the vet for these guys. So hopefully you guys understand what I was trying to say there with the pros and cons with 2 methods that you can go with. So all right guys, love you guys so much, and yeah, let's get right on with the puppies. All right, y'all, peace. Hey guys, so yeah, finally get it back onto the procedures. So with me, I like to start off with alcohol prep pads, or alcohol, or hydrogen peroxide, but I think alcohol works out to be the best in the long term. And since this is still new, it's not open or anything, I think this is the best. So yeah, just want to make sure we clean the surface, and I make sure, before I do all this, I wash my hands even before putting my gloves on, so that way I don't like contaminate my gloves, if you know what I mean. So I don't contaminate my gloves, it's not dirty, so therefore, there's you just don't want a chance to infect the injection site. So me, I don't know, I like to I like to double swap with the alcohol prep pad, and then I wait, so it should dry up by the time I'm done mixing up the dose for the shots. So all right, and then this is just common sense for you guys, but yep, just open that up. Oops, it pops out. Should be okay. Just make sure that the needle is clean. And then first, we're gonna get liquid first. Right. Gonna get liquid first. I like to pop it upside down. Make sure you get everything. And then yeah, just get all that. Yep. This part's the easiest, and then once you stick it in, now you got the powder, which is second. And make sure you read the labels first, and to make sure it's not expired, obviously. And yeah, should be fine. And then you punch it into the powder. I'm not doing anything, I just punched it in, the syringe is gonna do it itself. And after that, you know, I don't like to shake it. You know, I like to swirl it like this, just because, you know, it doesn't cause too much bubbles and stuff. It's doing its work with the bacteria and the live viruses and stuff like that. Not bacteria, but live viruses and stuff. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's doing its work pretty good now. It looks like everything's dissolved. You know, check it out. And then yeah, reinsert it again. The needle should not be dull. You know, it just, if you insert it in correctly. And yeah, we are ready to inject. But first, before we do that, you want to inspect it, make sure there's no bubbles. I don't like to inject bubbles inside the under the skin. You know, it's not harmful. You know, what it's gonna cause, it's gonna cause a pocket, but I don't like to have a lot of bubbles in it, so we should be good. And yeah, this guy right here, Boogie, which is my keep, he's 6 months right now. Seems like everything's good. So we are ready at the injection spot. So here we guys, you know, just at the fattest spot, you know, there's a tent right here. Just inject. Make sure it's not down. Make sure, you know, it's sideways. You can also even feel the needle too, you know, when I'm doing this. So when I inject, right? When I inject, it's gonna hurt a little bit. Yep. And I can feel it too, you know. I'm not inside. And then after that, I just inject. I'm not inside the meat. And then I'm good. Take it out slowly, and that's pretty much it. And then you're just gonna give them, you know, a rub. I'm not touching the injection site, you know, just rub it around there. And then yeah, it should be good. And then guys, I just want to tell you guys, man, just when you insert it, as I said, I want to repeat it again, make sure it's not inside the meat. You know, make sure you're not going down to the meat. Just make sure you're always inside the skin instead. And yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes with the injection site. So they will feel it a little bit. They will feel it a little bit. So either than that, it should be okay now. Come out. And yeah, either than that, they shouldn't. They'll feel it a little bit, you know. And then you can do it with 2 people, and then just distract the puppy and stuff like that. And then yeah, everything should be fine. And that's pretty much it for the 6 weeks shots for the 5-way. I'm doing the 5-way, and then yeah, that's pretty much it with the giving the shots to your puppies. Pretty simple. So all right guys, peace.
Here we go.